All right, so it is really late at night, actually. It's, I think, about 11 o'clock at night, and I'm about to head to bed. And I remembered I need to do a craft room tour. So, needless to say, life has been crazy lately. My husband actually started a new job, so he's been gone a lot. And then, of course, everyone's been sick, and I'm trying to do taxes, and it's been insane crazy. So, I am sorry that I haven't posted anything lately, but good content is on the way, I promise. But in the meantime, I thought I would give you a tour. Now, we are actually coming out of my room, my kitchen here. There's my lovely kitchen. And if we just go down the hall, we go into these lovely double doors and into my sewing studio or workspace or creative space, whatever, craft room, whatever you want to call it. But this is the space where I do most of my work. It's where I do a lot of my filming. It's where I do a lot of my editing and day-to-day business stuff. And this is the life of a blogger. So I'm going to give you a quick kind of tour around. I basically have three main work areas that I'm going to show you. The first one is right over here. And this is actually my cutting desk. And you notice I kind of have this funky rig on it. Well, this is actually my overhead shooting rig. And basically this is where I set the camera up here, right up here, and I film what I'm doing so you can see what I'm doing with my hands and that sort of thing. You see right here, oh yes, new project on the way. Over here and covered in stuff is my sewing machine. You can see how much sewing I've been doing lately. But this is my trusty sewing machine that I've had since I was 15 years old. Yeah, that long. And so this is where I do all of my sewing. I have a blanket here that I need to make for somebody. I need to get that done. And you can tell that it's covered in stuff, which means I haven't been using it lately. And then, of course, I've got a light here. Diva light is great for looking good on camera, but it's also just a great general soft light to have and to use. So I use it all over the place, and I love that it's not really, really warm. So, and you can see my lovely mess here, my mess of a desk. Over here is where I do my pattern design. I use several different programs actually to design my patterns with. It's also where I do my video editing and everything. I have a computer that has to do a lot of heavy lifting. I'm actually in the process of moving over to a new computer because it's hard to keep up with all the tech and stuff. So this is I do all my editing, and you can see I have a million tabs open. You're a blogger when you have like 20 internet tabs open. It's how it is when you work. Behind me, a lot of shelving, a lot of books. I have books by my parents. Both my parents are writers, so I have some of their books there. I, of course, have a bunch of sewing books that are fun to go through, and of course, just a few random favorite books that I have, a few on film. I actually have a degree in film studies, and so I love like old movies and stuff like that. So I have a few books on that, and binders at an attempt to be organized. But as you can see by the lovely mess in here, I'm not a very organized person. As a matter of fact, I was going to completely clean up my space and then show it to you, and I ran out of time. And you know what? Let's just be honest. I'm a messy person. One of my New Year's resolutions is to be less messy. I'm working on it. It's still January. I got time. In any case. So over here, I kind of have just like a fun little seating section, red chair for a company to sit in and tell me stuff, kids to come in and tell me stuff. And then the best part about this room, and the really shameful part of this room, it's like you saw all that storage I have. I have shelves over here, I have shelves over here, and then I have this closet, and it's a disaster, and it is a huge closet. I'm a hoarder. I have problems, people. So, and here's this closet. Yeah, we're stepping in all the way back in. Yeah, you see this closet? It's amazing. Yeah, that's IKEA shelving inside my closet. And I'm not even going to show you the floor to this thing, but it's a mess. You can see part of my fabric stash here, and I've got pillow forms and boxes, and you know, sewist, hoarder, it's a fine line. Not even going to lie to you on that one. I'm working on it. You know, of course, printer stuff just moved to a laser printer, so you know, moving up in the world. Actually, it's my husband's printer. Shh, don't tell anyone I might use it once in a while. But that is my space, and this is a lot of, oh, I had something kind of fun back here. Look, little dress form covered in Shannon's Minky fabric. I know you're not surprised by that one. But this is really my space. And what I love about this space is that one, it is my space because my husband could not tolerate this kind of mess in the rest of the house. So it's my room to be messy in, which is good because I need a little bit of mess. This is too much mess, but I do need a little bit of mess because that's just how I am. But the other thing that I love about it is that I can leave like projects out and shut the door and my kids won't mess with them and things like that. So you know what it's like when you're a mom. Sometimes you just have to drop something mid-process and get going again. So I love the fact that, you know, there's a door to my office. So this is just kind of a basic idea, an overview of what my space looks like. I love the fact that I have a room. It does help a lot that I just actually have this space. And I'm very happy with it. And I don't know if you notice I have a damask pattern behind me. You know, I love my damask patterns. And so gotta have that, and I have it in red. And yes, I have a huge red wall, if you notice that, right there. And oh, I have to show my pretty chandelier that we put in. Isn't that lovely? Yep. That's how you know it's a girl space. There's a chandelier. And I have my power wall behind me. And I really like the fact that my colors in here it's red, it's energy. That's how I like it. I'm not a gray person, I'm gonna be honest. It's not a trend I follow. So there you go. There is my space. This is what I've been creating in, and this is where I work. And I love this space because it's my place to create and explore and experiment. And sometimes they work and a lot of times they don't, but it's a fun place to have. And it's also a wonderful place where I can make things for my family, and I can, you know, still use my skill set that I had where you don't necessarily get to use as a mom. So it's fun to be able to come in here at night and, you know, dust off those, you know, film editing skills or those design skills, and after changing diapers all day. So that's my space. More tutorials are on the way. Thank you so much for subscribing and your wonderful comments. I love hearing how you're doing well with projects and how that video tutorial helped you, and it makes my day. So it makes it totally worth it. So I will see you later. Remember, velvet is pretentious, fleece is fun.